Hey traders, it's Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room, and let me get my screen up and we'll get started. And there we go. I hope this finds you well. In this session, we are going to discuss, we're going to show you how we've identified a term 4 or 5 months ago that you're starting to see, starting to hear trickle into the industry, protected entries. And we're going to show you how we use market structure to identify protected entries, or how we're using market structure and data-driven support and resistance to protect our entries, and how we teach this in the room. Let's make this legal, which we have done. And let's get to our chart. This is Friday morning, the 26th of September. So this is Thursday's chart. This is just what we do every time I do a presentation. I do the day before. Data-driven true support and resistance. Okay, we're going to show you what that looks like and what that means. Everything we have and use have been developed, tested, coded, traded successfully, and refined over 30 years by World Cup trading champion and master trader, master coder, elite in the industry, Rob Mitchell. We're grateful for Rob's help and input in what we do. Stock Index Trading Room at Gmail, questions, comments. You look at this or other videos, you want to come and join us. There's a nice little discount code at the end of this. I think it's 6 or 7 minutes, but go look at that or send me an email. And we want to make sure you get the most value out of your investment in what we're doing. So this looks pretty chaotic, right? The only thing we have, obviously, is our distribution background, which is red. It means the market tends to rotate down. And then we have key areas that our proprietary algo is identified as this is pretty key. And if that holds, we tend to go down. But you've seen that. We've shown that for months and months, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to find areas of congestion that protect the entries. If you want a complete explanation of what moves the markets and why they move, go look at our YouTube offering, The Science Behind Market Expansion. We did a webinar. That's probably 40 minutes or so, not too long. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we make sense out of nonsense. How we can look and find advantages other than just being on a red background and headed in our favor. So what we're looking for is we're looking to build congestion out of two opposing small, these are 2 points in plus wicks. Our reversal bars are 8 ticks. These are 4 ticks. And I can't teach all of this here, so I won't try, but I'll just show you what we do. We have this new edge, right? We have this new edge. It goes up and then comes down. We have this low working up that gets tested and held, tested and held, tested and held. This comes down, tested and held, tested and held. So what we have is we have innovators. You can look at Malcolm Gladwell, other people, E.M. Rogers, diffusion of innovations in mass human psychology. This is just how people work. So we're going to take these two edges, and we're going to know that large accounts are building positions in this. When it breaks, the team that wins continues. The team that loses tends to stop. Now, not all. There's always butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers that are trading against the obvious because it makes them feel special. It's hard to trade the obvious. A lot of people have told me that. In the room, we can tell you why that is, if that's an issue of yours. But anyway, so here's the deal. We've got a lot of data in here, and we're below it. It's really hard to go back through that stuff. Later on, as these orders get pulled or fulfilled, this area is not as uh, full with live orders, right? But right now it is. So once we get below that, it's just hard to go back through that. So truly successful traders don't care if we rotate down or up. They why would we care? Why would anybody care? You know, short-term trading, we're looking for advantages in the next big move. That's all we're looking for in our room anyway. So what we have is we break down and it's really hard to go back through that. So people that have large accounts that have built small positions in here do what? They add to their positions, and you've seen us talk about how the majority of profit, and this is proven, is made in these moves because these folks are just piling it on. Now, this is where we want to get involved, innovators, early, middle, adapters, right? We don't have the staying power to work through all of this. But as it rotates down, we're pretty cool. All right. So that's what we do. That's how we find structure. I've got two other examples, actually three. What I'm going to show you is how we do this at some pretty major turns, actually. So we're working down, down, down. People think this is too far. We use this structure and these signaling in and out. Okay. Short-term structure, it's easier to go down than up, and we have indications here signaling that gives us a super high level of confidence that the market's going to go in our favor, which it did. So we have this goes to a new edge. This is the edge, right? It gets protected, buy, sell, buy, sell, sell, buy, sell, buy. This gets protected. We break out to the upside. All right. So based on what we've been telling you, it's pretty hard to go through this, right? Elite traders don't care if it goes that way or that way. They're looking to take this out. That's the first target, and it's a nice one. So we come back in. We call this rocket out of a box. You can trade that. You can trade. Actually, this is a engulfing breakout chart bar. Uh, however you want to approach this, please don't work back into this because it's just really hard to get down through this. And since it is, people that know what they're doing won't try, right? See this big wick, our bars tell the whole story at every point. You see this big wick here, right? A lot of selling, fading this. Well, they lose. Okay. And you can see how fast this went just because there's nothing above this. There's nothing to slow it down, right? So the markets expand away from data-driven support. We get up above it, it's support. We get below it, it's resistance. Okay. Now here's one. We're making sense out of nonsense. We are decoding the chaos. We're decoding the chaos for our members. So here we go, new edge, but we don't test that. Okay. That doesn't mean it's not important. It just means for this method of looking for the next big move, it's invalid. So this is to a new edge. This is from the edge, okay? Gets tested. We break out up. Which way would you expect that to rotate? If this is the first time you've seen that, so first time you've seen any of this, which way would you expect that to rotate? Now, again, this is yesterday's chart. I didn't go back 6 months to find good stuff, yesterday's chart. So we break out up. We have pivot retag with a rocket, which is one of my personal favorites. We have this green below combo, which we've been trading. We have people in the room that have had thousands of these entries since we opened the room. Here is a double strong Batman. Price is going sideways, order flow's going up. That one's actually unfair. In and out, boom, 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 and away we go. This is our triple crown. All of this we feel like is unfair, which is what we're looking for. We're not looking for fair. We don't want a fair fight. right? We want low hanging fruit. That's all we're interested in the stock index trading group. So if you're interested in low hanging fruit, can't seem to find it, we'll show you how to find some. And data driven support and resistance, just easier to go down from here than back up through there. So elite traders trade that way. So on behalf of Rob Mitchell, World Cup trading champion and developer and innovator of all of this, and the ever growing number of elite traders in the stock index trading room, we wish you the very best in your pursuit of success in your trading.